We gotta talk about it.
Yeah, we went to go see Barbie on Saturday.
Yes.
And actually, we participated in Barbenheimer.
Yes.
Is it whatever it's called?
That's what it's called.
And then we really enjoyed Barbie, probably more than we thought we would.
Well, I went in with higher intentions because I just knew from all of the marketing and everything it was going to be a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they really did kill the marketing. The marketing was crazy.
Yeah.
I was just seeing pink everywhere. It was getting.
Yeah, the marketing, they spent about $100 million, over a little over $100 million on marketing.
Yeah.
And I just read the article last night on Variety. And they was talking about they didn't know it was going to take off like this, but when they put that teaser out and the culture embraced it so much, and it kind of snowballed into their own little thing. So everybody started participating in Barbie marketing. They had all type of licensing deals. You got pink ice cream. Barbie hasn't been this hot since the 90s.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
just saying.
Definitely,
I was a kid in the 90s. Barbie hasn't been this hot. And this movie has made Barbie the it girl again. I think kids are going to start playing with Barbies again, if they're not already.
It'll
not
be interesting.
sure, but
I think it's probably more likely they'll come out with some Barbie app or something like that,
If they don't have it, because Barbie, they have their own merchandise. This isn't their first movie. This is their first live action movie. But yeah, Barbie was a good movie. What were some of the things you like? What stood out? The experience of going to go see Barbie, seeing everybody in pink, that was pretty dope. Everybody was wearing pink. People was dressed as Barbenheimer, the Oppie character with the hat and the cigarette, but it was like a pink suit. It was bananas. Barbenheimer lived up to the hype for sure.
I would definitely say that's the first time in a long time that I saw so many people coming to the theater dressed like what they're coming to see. Normally you only see that with Star Wars, you know what I'm saying?
Well, lately it's been a thing though, because remember when the first Black Panther, people showed out for that.
But that was 2019, so
they did it again for the second one too.
Oh, I didn't see it for the second one.
So dressing up, going to the movies has been a thing. It's been part of the experience for everybody. So I just thought it was a dope, man. We got to jump into the movie. First off, the set design, the production design in the world was so dope in the Barbie movie. It literally felt like it was Malibu Stacy's house.
Right, yeah.
It was so dope. I love the fact that they used a lot of practicals in this movie.
Yeah, definitely.
I think CGI would kind of ruined it.
Right.
But they did a really good job with the suspension of disbelief, having it look plastic. But it was also believable. But also, guess what? If you're a girl, you play with Barbie, you get it. And that's exactly how we fantasize, or how we used to play with our Barbies when we was growing up. So it connected just like that. So shout out to the director, the team. They did a really good job at executing that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
For sure.
I think it was really interesting for the way they had everything plastic. You can even tell.
It was stunning. The production design was stunning in Barbie, okay?
You could tell when when they were fighting, it was all plastic stuff and toys. It was really, they definitely thought of everything, you know?
One scene that I found out that they did practical was the scene where they was like, well, how do you get the Barbie land to the real land? And they were like, well, you got to fly a boat. You got to go by the train. You got to get in the car. You got to go swim.
Right.
I saw a clip online floating earlier, and that was practical.
Oh, okay. So
that
all
was
of that was
practical. Yes.
I'm really liking this trend of practicals coming back. To me
too.
Practicals is what really gives something a cinema style.
Look, man, the production design from the 80s and early 90s is some of the best production design I've ever seen in my life. Indiana Jones. The first one. Production design is so good.
Right.
And some of that kind of got lost when CGI came along. And don't get me wrong, I get it with CGI, but definitely love practical. Whenever you can go practical and mix it in with CGI, it's always better to go that way. So kudos. That world, the set design was the star of this movie to me.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite things of the movie was really the story. I didn't expect for the story to be as profound as it was. And then I really give props to the writer, because you could tell they took inspiration from The Matrix.
Yes.
And I enjoyed it so much. It actually makes me feel like this movie was a better Matrix movie than the last Matrix movie.
Oh God, like, that last Matrix movie.
It was so bad.
I was so mad at that because it just felt like it was just a straight cash grab.
It was very unfortunate.
The enemy, the villain wasn't scary or anything like that. It was just a straight cash grab. But I do agree. This definitely had inspiration from the Matrix as far as the Barbie. It was like the green pill, the red pill.
Yeah.
They had that moment with the weird Barbie. She was like, no, you're supposed to say you want to know the truth.
Right, yeah.
So just her knowing the truth and just trying to figure everything out. Her being the chosen one.
Right.
And when she was running away in the office from Will Ferrell's character.
Yeah, she ended up
in the office. They say the ghost, the creator of the Barbie, her ghost lived on this certain floor.
Right.
And I thought it was so dope because immediately I got it. I said, oh, this might be the Oracle from the Matrix.
Exactly, right, yeah.
And then at the end, they have that big conversation about you don't need permission to do this or do that.
Right.
It was a powerful moment at the end. So
I enjoyed it. I really liked the theme too, because at the end of the day, the only thing they were talking about was humanity.
Yeah,
you know?
Humanity.
I think it's unfortunate so many people are trying to politicize it because they were really just talking about just being human, and especially from a woman's perspective.
From a woman's perspective, and it was so funny.
I think it's for so many men to be talking bad about this movie just proves the point. It completely proves the point of what the movie was trying to say.
It definitely proves the point. Yeah. And if you got offended by the Barbie movie, you are definitely a part of the problem because you should never got offended from the movie Barbie.
Exactly.
It was silly.
Yeah, it was
satire. It was funny. It was satire. It wasn't to step on anybody's toes, hurt your feelings. It was to get you to think, like, this is exactly what women go through. But I think it was dope. It was dope to see Barbie land and how women had positions of power, and it was doctors, lawyers, and all of these different type of things. And actually, the men. Whoever came up with the story, genius, right? Because in the Barbie land, the men was kind of like women in the real world.
Exactly, right, yeah.
So, like, that's one thing I want to touch on, too. Good job with the story. I did feel like certain things could have been better, but overall, it was amazing. I really like what they did with Ken because, to be honest, growing up, Ken was second to Barbie. And I never even thought about Ken's story or what he won or what he wanted to do because, like, what Will Ferrell said in the movie, we made Ken to love you, but like Barbie's like, I don't love Ken, and you know, whatever. Speaking of Ken, Ryan Gosling killed it in this movie.
Yeah, he did an excellent job. Shout out to Ryan Gosling.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know Ryan Gosling was that funny.
Right, yeah.
He killed it. Hey, Barbie. Like, he killed it as the friend zone bro.
Right, exactly.
Beach bro. Definitely love what Ryan Gosling did. I even forgot he knew how to sing. Because he used to be a part of the Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, there's a clip. I'm going to show it to you. There's a clip online of Ryan Gosling in a group. I think Justin Timberlake and JC from NSYNC was in this clip. They were singing Jodeci.
Yeah, I got to see that.
He was getting down. They had the baggy clothes on, and they was throwing down. So I wasn't surprised, but I just forgot. But he did he killed this role. Standout role for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Margot Robbie. I mean, she was born to play Barbie, right?
Oh, yeah. When they said it was her, I was like, well, duh.
Like, duh. Like, who else could play Barbie?
Who else could play Barbie, right?
Except for her. Issa Rae.
Oh, yeah. Issa Rae was phenomenal.
How did Issa Rae look on screen to you?
She was gorgeous. I thought she looked so great.
Issa Rae is killing it. Her skin looked like Nutella.
Right, yeah.
Issa Rae's skin looked like Nutella in Barbie. She played President Barbie, and it was just so dope to see her in a movie of this magnitude because of her journey. Issa Rae started from YouTube with the Awkward Black Girl series. Man, she didn't have all the resources, but she didn't let that stop her, and she told the story. She went to HBO, Insecure, and did all these great things, her own production company, and Issa Rae is killing it. So as a black woman, I'm definitely proud to see where she's at, and she killed it in the movie.
Yeah, 100%. I don't really think I have anything that I would say I didn't like about the movie. I think for the most part, just because I'm a man, I just know that the movie wasn't for me.
You definitely wasn't the audience.
Exactly,
but I do like the tagline that they came up with, like, if you like Barbie, you will love this movie. If you don't like Barbie, you will love this movie. So get everybody out there, because Barbie has been kind of controversial as far as the stereotype that they put out what women should look like.
Exactly right.
So I thought it was smart to market the movie that way.
Yeah,
but in
and
the
to
movie,
address it, because they addressed it in one of the characters.
They did,
so.
and they had a lot of different type of Barbies. They had a disabled Barbie.
Yeah.
They had a fat Barbie. I was like, oh, I even told him it's a fat Barbie in this thing. I was excited to see that.
Yeah.
They had, Asian Americans. They had all type of different Barbies. They got diverse as much as they can. That was dope. Like I said, the production design and the set in this movie was stellar.
Yeah, that was A1.
Kudos. They did an amazing job.
Right.
Just from, the director did an amazing job, with her vision. I just got everything, and it felt like, even though I was watching the movie, it felt like I was playing with Barbie dolls. Because that's exactly when, in the beginning, when you wake up, with Lizzo singing, "Wake up in the morning." That's exactly how it was. To be honest, that's how I even started my filmmaking career, was playing with Barbies. Using that imagination.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to write songs for my Barbies and perform them. I used to come up with, all type of shows and have my Barbies fighting. And I used to have my Barbies fighting, and we used to be playing Jerry Springer. So, rest in peace to Jerry Springer, man.
Yeah.
So, what was one of your best scenes from Barbie?
Let's see. Favorite scene. Oh man, I really like the scene when Barbie went to meet the Will Ferrell, the CEO.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like all men in there, and
straight up men.
they were trying to put on we're inclusive, and then she's like, well, how many women have worked here? And they're like, 2. I was like,
Two ever has been at the executive level at this company,
and I'm sitting here thinking,
that make dolls for women, right?
You got to look at the irony of something as feminizing as Barbie being ran by an all-man corporation.
Yeah.
And that's what I said I loved about the movie. It
was just poking
things.
Fun at itself.
Exactly.
It's poking fun at a lot of different things, and I appreciate that. It was fun. It was silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a funny moment. Seeing Will Ferrell, I kind of missed that comedy.
True, yeah.
I miss Will
Ferrell. He was
Ferrell.
the perfect. Honestly, you know what? That's the other thing too. The casting was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Even having America Ferrera as the woman in the real world, and having Issa Rae as the president, it seems small, but it brought everything together.
Yeah.
And they really did an excellent job, just top to bottom.
No complaints.
Yeah.
History was made this weekend with Barbenheimer. I believe, Greta, this is the first biggest opening from a female director ever.
Oh, okay. Congrats.
This is the fourth largest weekend opening ever with Barbenheimer. With I don't keep saying Barbenheimer. With Barbie and Oppenheimer, the fourth largest opening weekend ever.
Right.
A lot of history is some other stats that I'm not thinking of right now. A lot of history was made.
That's great.
They did a good job. Marketing was phenomenal. The movie was fun. It was silly. It was everything that a woman or a female or a kid, not too young of a kid because it's PG-13, but everything you would expect from a Barbie movie, but they made it cinema, and that's the hard thing about it. You could do a Barbie movie in one inch off, it could be corny.
Very corny.
1 inch off, it could be stale.
Exactly.
1 inch off, it could be I guess stale would be the proper word.
Yeah.
So they did a really good job of making Barbie fun.
Yeah.
It was an event. It was the talk of the town. I seen everybody wearing pink. People was wearing pink and didn't even have nothing to do with Barbie. I seen people going to parties or people on a picnic wearing pink.
Yeah.
This weekend.
Yeah.
I think I even seen Beyonce wearing pink this weekend. So Barbie did this job, man. I believe my favorite scene has to be the scene at the end when she was talking to the Barbie creator. I thought that was a dope scene because it was powerful because even though Barbie experienced the real world, she's like, I can't go back now. I know the truth and I want to experience that. Yeah. And I was like, okay, girl. And then she was like, you know what comes with that, right? You're gonna die. And she was like, well, yeah. But that was the payoff because in the beginning when she saw an older person, she never saw an older person before.
Exactly.
So she was looking at this person whoa.
What's going on?
Right.
Yeah.
And I love the contrast that they had between the real world and Barbie.
Right, yeah.
Remember how beautiful and colorful and fun and
but the real world
beach
was
skin, but then you
super drab.
It was when they was in the offices and the people was working. You saw how boring and gray.
Yeah, exactly.
It was boring. It was gray.
Right. Yeah.
And that's exactly how life is when you're working at a corporate America. It could just be a drag. So they did a really good job.
And you could tell that whoever was not even just obviously the director and the writers, but everybody that was a part of it they understood the subject matter, because
they understood it.
What had really threw me off was the weird Barbie. How they were like, the thrown away Barbies that you play with. Unless you're a little girl that played with Barbies as a child, you wouldn't know that at all.
Look, Chris, I'll tell you the truth. That is serious. Like, you had people who used to keep up their Barbies, and then you had the kids who had shaved the Barbie head, drew on. Like, that was so accurate, so serious.
Yeah,
Barbie was naked. Like, they ain't showing naked. Barbie was naked and had no clothes. I don't know what happened to the Barbie clothes. Hair hanging off the head. Like, that was serious. Will Barbie do exist in real life? I seen it with my own eyes.
That was great. So that was really good.
It just felt good. It was they did a really good job with the nostalgia. Oh, the song. I wanna push you around. Yeah, I will. That was so clever. That was so funny. Yeah. What Ken, he went in the real world, was like, wait a second, men is on top of the world here, and we here. I don't even have a house. I'm just beach Ken. Ken was like, nah. So.
Oh, that was another one. Well, like, the jokes landed, because when he kept saying, like, what is beach?
What is beach?
That just had me dying.
The beach off.
Just kept saying, like, what is beach?
The beach? Oh,
like,
man.
I'm beach. What if there's beach? I was like, yo, this is crazy.
It was crazy. So it was a fun movie. Like, I would highly recommend it. It may not be for everybody, but I felt like it was really good. It was executed. It's a piece of cinema, piece of the culture.
Right.
Instant classic. It was an instant classic. Another thing about this weekend that was so special about Barbenheimer, all of the movies was instant classics. Yeah. From Barbie, I keep saying Barbenheimer. From Barbie, from Oppenheimer to They Clone Tyrone. All instant classics. So it was it
was a hat trick for sure.
It was definitely a big W for cinema across the board. So I was very excited to see. And anything else about Barbie?
What would you rate it? I guess I give it a solid 8.
I give it 8.5. Yeah. Just because of the marketing and how big of an impact that it had on the culture altogether. Barbie was phenomenal. The characters, the story, the premise was so good.
Yeah, the premise was
One
really
of my mentors told me, you know what premise is good if you wish you came up with it.
Exactly, right, yeah.
And I'm like, of course. Barbie have an existential crisis.
Exactly,
That makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So much stuff just comes to your brain immediately on what you can do with that.
Yeah, right. So, what that means. And,
exactly. What does that mean to Barbie? Mm-hmm. You know? Yeah. So they did a really good job exploring those themes and motifs and ideas. And I really enjoyed it. I love the contrast between the real world and Ken stole the show for me. Ryan Gosling stole the show. He was hilarious.
Oh, yeah. And then also shout out to, what was it, Deborah? They said it was like a Barbie that was pregnant, but they discontinued
pregnant Barbie.
Whichever one that was, I don't even think it was called
wrong
Barbie.
For that. It was a couple of Barbie, like the Sugar Daddy Barbie. Oh my God,
Sugar Daddy Ken.
Sugar Daddy Ken.
Hey man, as you can see, not everything go hit. You know, you gotta just try it. You gotta try it.
Pregnant Barbie though.
That was hilarious though.
They just like, this is what women do.
It was the fact that they shunned it. It was like, yeah, don't worry about her.
And then, what was the other male Barbie that I never heard of?
Alan. Oh, Alan was hilarious.
Alan was hilarious,
who's Alan? And then they get in Michael Cera. That was like perfect.
That was the perfect person to play Alan. Yeah. Man, they had John Cena. When his big butt came up, and he was like, "Hey, Barbie." Yeah, that was cracking up.
Like they nailed it, man.
They nailed it. It was a fun movie. It was an event. It was everything as a young girl you envision what a Barbie movie would be.
Would be, exactly.
They nailed it. It really felt like I was playing with these Barbies and I was watching the movie. That's exactly like the movement of the characters to their thoughts, to the things they say.
Exactly.
And a lot of people was like, yeah, this movie was so silly. The reason why it's so silly because I felt like it's coming from a perspective of a kid playing with them. And they said that, right?
And they did. No, they said every Barbie is being played with. So
exactly.
It makes sense.
They don't have a super high intelligence here, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Not only that, but it makes sense because they were saying that the Barbies in the real world, really, they're more like the ideas of these children that are playing with them. So like across the board, it makes sense.
It makes sense. You just gotta dig a little and just pay attention to the layers. And of course, it's kind of hard to do at the movie theaters. You may have to watch it 2 or 3 times to get every little thing, because every time you watch it, you notice something different. But the story, the dialogue, the silliness, it makes sense because at the end of the day, kids are playing with those Barbies. They're not just living in Barbie land by themselves. So,
and just, you know, also show a little empathy. Like, it was very important to kind of have empathy when it comes to the themes that they were talking about what women have to experience in life. And you know,
that monologue was really good too
with America Ferrera. It was great. And
that monologue was so great because every woman has felt like that at least once in their life.
Exactly right.
At least once. But not saying, I really like they had the guys having their type of feelings as well.
Exactly right.
Because
it shows that
like
we all feel the same thing.
Exactly.
You know, that's why I was like, really, it's a human experience that they were talking about.
Because like Ken and Barbie was kind of having like the same
arc a little bit,
right?
Yeah.
He felt like something was off.
Exactly right.
She felt like something was off, and he went about it. He did something about it by bringing all of the patriarchy horses.
Bringing the patriarchy.
I wanna push you around. Yeah, I will.
You know, that's what killed it too. Was like they did an excellent job establishing the Barbie world, and then when it gets upended by patriarchy, seeing how it was like, oh God,
it was
like
flipped upside down.
This paradise they had was
Barbie's
just
like, girl, I can't wait to take you back. Women is in power. We got a female president, girl. Wait till you see this. You get there, you see horses and the women. The women just standing by the guy's side, not doing nothing, don't have a career. So
it was crazy.
It was hilarious. But Barbie, I give it an 8.5 out of 10. It was amazing. Shout out to the production, the director. Expecting more big things from you, Greta.
Oh yeah, definitely.
This isn't it. This is the first stop in your career, and we're super excited. We had fun. It was crazy watching Barbie too because it almost became Battle of the Sexes. I don't know if y'all did that on purpose, but it's like certain scenes where men was like listening to Ken, and they was like, "Yeah, Ken, preach, preach, Ken." And then you know when the big monologue with America Ferrera, I said, "Preach." Yeah, Barbie, preach, because I need to let these guys know. But at the end of the day, it's all love, right? It's all love. Another favorite scene is the dance scene. I thought that was just the opening of Barbie. They did a really good job with that. So if you haven't watched Barbie, go see it. Should be in theaters. If not, should be on some streaming service. I'll even recommend to buy